From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Okay, folks, we just finished the first hour. We're now into the second segment of the second hour. We have a state representative coming on who's trying to pass a law in Idaho against naked body scanners in the state that violate privacy laws, child pornography laws. I mean, they're arresting parents that take photos of their 3-year-olds in a bikini in a pool. But the government can record your naked children. And these TSA people are getting busted every week, raping children, reportedly raping children, printing off naked copies of women, laughing at their naked bodies, recording the movie stars' naked bodies, asking for autographs of it. They're going crazy all over the Western world, saying they're God and pounding their chest, saying, I have power. I mean, this is on the news. And in life, I've noticed that weak people who are cowardly and who have felt powerless their whole lives are the very worst people to give a badge and a gun to. It's important for real men, and that means loving, strong people who understand it isn't even courage. It's being who you are. It's spiritual. It's genetic. It's so many things. It's important for us to take our country and our world and our families and everything back and to be leaders. Now, look, I'm not perfect, so I want to be clear here. I'm not up on a high horse telling you that you're not strong, you're not good. I'm saying I'm bad as well. We all need to kick it up a notch and then kick it up another notch. And that only happens when you get right with God. And you notice now that we've lost God in our country, the Christianoid churches, I can't go in them. I feel a very strong presence of evil in them. It's important that we bring the spirit of good back into things. And it is a spirit. It's like a vibe in a room. You walk in a room, it's got a good vibe. Let's say you're walking around a hotel looking for a conference room where a conference is going on. You go in one room, it's got a bad feeling. Go in another room, it's got a good feeling. That's a spirit. It's an idea. It's a smell. It's a taste. It's a feel. And I feel the evil rising. And of course, all the indicators are there as well. Because we're rising. Good is on the march. We're having victory after victory in all the polls on every issue, whether it's open borders or banker bailout robberies or fake environmental takeovers or health care takeover. It doesn't matter. On every issue, the population is shifting. 35 years ago, over 60% of people were for abortion. Now it's over 60% against in every poll. On every issue, there is this mass. In fact, a majority of people have their heads screwed on pretty straight and are in a struggle to be good people. They're in a struggle to be honorable. They're in a struggle to not be lazy. They're in a struggle to be strong. They're in a struggle to do the best they can in life. And there's that 35% or so who are on the wrong side of things, but they have a hunger to be in power positions. Good people don't until they realize they're threatened and everything good is threatened and that you have to go and engage these people. I don't want to interface with these people. I don't want to have to get up on the battlefield every day and look at these people and look at their arrogance and their worldliness and their enjoyment of all the bad works they're engaged in. I mean, it's not fun. But I'll tell you what makes it all worth it, that we are turning the tide against these people. And then I see the light of goodness and honor. You know, I don't like being praised, and I don't like people adoring me. But when I do go to a gun show or to an event, and just the look in these people's eyes and how good they are and how wholesome they are and how they care and how they're involved, and it's night and day going to some business meeting, which I rarely do, but sometimes I get talked into it, and being around all these worldly people in sharp suits who've got perfect etiquette and know how to all, be fake and shake hands and act cool and talk about golf and the right sports teams and make jokes. It's not real. And that's what this world is. It's about imposing a fake paradigm down onto the people by increments, twisting us, beguiling us, seducing us slowly until we're creatures of the dark side. Now, it'll take probably 3 segments to play all of this and stop it and comment on it. And then I'm going to get into the subway bombings in Russia. Former Senator Nancy Schaefer shot to death with husband, clearly murdered. Indictment, militia members sought to levy war against U.S. Raids in 4 states. And other raids we've confirmed in places like Tennessee. There's a special unit inside the NSA, this got declassified last year, that goes after 9/11 truthers and people in the government. And we got some evidence they fired a member of the NSA. And what they did is they went and spoofed his IP address. Well, they even did that. They went and got his address and info and posted it on his comments calling for violence, and they raided him. That's the type of stuff they do. I want to get into that. Probably just need to get that fellow on the show. There's more news articles about cops beating people up in wheelchairs because they won't stand up and follow the orders. But I wanted to get into this CNN piece. I'd promised to spend all of Saturday and Sunday with my family, so that's why I didn't do the Sunday show. So I couldn't wait Friday night up here at the office until 10, 11 at night when Anderson Cooper had already had a show to be able to comment on it. So I commented on it beforehand. At about 2:30, CNN called here, 30 minutes towards the end of the show, and said, and I talked to him during the break, and they said, we're doing a piece tonight about you, and are you causing the violence? And you notice they had these raids over the weekend. They had provocateurs calling in last week, and they've had news articles everywhere saying I'm causing the violence and claiming I'm calling for violence, just lying. And they were giggling and laughing, and it's just so much fun to do what they do, because I'm not a human. I'm like some object out there they disagree with, and so Anderson Cooper has set me up for a show. I don't know. I think it's 2 or 3 times or more. I think it's 3 times or actually more. And I've been in the car in New York, when I've been in New York a few times, driving over to their studio, and they turn it back around, or I've been going down to the studio and they cancel it. And I said, let me guess, this isn't going to be live. And they said, no, it's going to air tonight. We want to interview you at like 4 o'clock, an hour after I'm off show Central. So I had to rush downtown. And I said, let me guess, you're going to interview me 15 minutes, and I'm going to be in the program about me. It was about me for 30 seconds. And they said, they laughed and said, exactly, maximum 30 seconds. So I said, it's just to act like you're a journalist, and look, here's the bad man, here's the evil guy. But if I refuse, you're going to say I refuse to be interviewed, like I had something to hide. And they laughed at that and said, basically, yes. So I said, I'll come down there. I'll come down there. I'll go down to the TV satellite uplink place. There's 3 offices. I'm on international TV every week, and it's usually 3 different offices. This is the same one Karl Rove uses. I saw him on Fox this weekend in the same studio with the Capitol behind him. But so it wasn't CNN Studios. People sent me emails saying, this is fake. You didn't go be interviewed by CNN like oh, it's the end all be all, and I'm lying to say I was on CNN. Oh my gosh, just mental illness. In fact, what's the name of that satellite office we were in Friday? Ray Guy, yeah. And then one next door is PackSat. All you gumshoes, just call down there. It's called Ray Guy. Ray Guy Productions. Anyways,